Christina, who was you? When you first started getting interested in art? Were you a little kid?
Yes. My husband likes to tell the story that I was in my crib and I started drawing things with a pacifier. It was just since I was a kid, yes. I always, when I paint, I always want color and drawing and everything. My parents never allowed me to take an art class because, according to my mother, my creativity should not be boxed in. But they gave me materials and books and everything as much as I could use, and they gave me a lot of encouragement too. Then I became a teacher for science and math, physics and chemistry. And 2 years ago, I retired as a school teacher, and I say, what do you want to do? I told myself. And I say, I want to be full-time artist, and here I am.
How come you didn't start as a art teacher?
Well, according to my parents, an art major will never make money enough to survive.
But you probably could have made more money as a scientist than a teacher, but you became a teacher.
Yeah, I like, how can I say that? I like to decorate the classrooms and draw the things and get the science part of it, with the painting. So if you look at my paintings, they are actually scientifically in the botany way. Mm-hmm. Perfect, have all the pistils, all the petals and everything because I combine art and biology. I love flowers. My grandmothers, and my mother, they always had flower gardens, each one individually, each one in their own styles. But I love flowers since forever. I love the colors, I love the shape. I love that flowers are part of our lives all the time. If you are born, they bring you flowers, or your mothers, right? If you get married, you have flowers. If you die, you receive flowers, or at least people bring flowers to the funeral, wherever. You apologize with flowers. You say, I love you with flowers. So flowers is everything. And without flowers, we have no food. No bees, no pollination, no birds, no nothing. So flower is everything. But I try to make it as natural as possible, in the sense of all the details in here. But if you look in there, for that one, even the trunk and everything as possible, as much as possible, I want that to be real. Of course, sometimes you get a little off in a sense of impressionism or everything you want to, and I give myself, the right to go wherever I want to. It's just like that.
That seems fair.
And this one is called The Garden of Remembrance. Is a homage for my father and my mother that passed with Alzheimer. And those are the colors, the purple for Alzheimer, blue for, the forget-me-nots, green for the hope of the future, yellow for the caregivers, and red for the new researches on that. And you can see the darkness is coming sometimes in unexpected ways. And you can see the semicircles here. This is when the memories start fragmenting, and you don't see that. And then the darkness, they start forgetting things. And when you think everything is forgotten, in each one of them, you can find forget-me-not. Their memories are our memories, and we are the keepers of the memories.
How did you end up at the Wellesley Free Library?
Okay, this is my homework. I tried to figure out where I could put my work so people could see me. Exposure is the word. Mm-hmm. Where I could get the maximum exposure with the minimum cost. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I start with libraries all over Massachusetts. Not all over, but in the vicinity here. And last year I talked to Jeanette, and she said, okay, we have an opening in Wellesley. Would you like to do that? Say, oh yeah. That was January 25. And end of January, she called me and said, I have a cancellation. Would you be interested to extend that for another month? Because the patrons like your stuff very much. And I said, oh, of course. Oh, come on. But now I have Wellesley, yes, and Marlborough at the same time. You know, like one here, another one in there, and I go, oh, that's good. Let's say we went from Brazil, where I was born, to Bangkok, Thailand, then from there to Kaohsiung, Taiwan, a brief stopover in Hong Kong, back to Brazil, and then they hired me in Brazil to come here to the US to teach.
How did that happen? That sounds
Yeah, people are curious about that. I was working at the overseas American schools in my hometown, and a teacher there said they are looking for bilingual teachers in Framingham. Why don't you apply? And I was like, how would you do that? You know, because it was pre-internet, okay? We're talking about 22 years ago. Anyway, we went on emails, that kind of thing, and we had a 45-minute interview on the phone. Oh my gosh, I've never sweat so bad. Anyway, and they need someone who was was fluent in Portuguese and English, had the credentials, you know, science, math, etc., etc., and was willing to move in. So I talked to my family, my husband, my daughter, and my son, and in 5 minutes we decided that we want that, and here we are.
That's great. Do you have a website or an Instagram or anything like
Instagram,
that?
yeah. It's Christina Ferrer, Farrer, okay? At Instagram. Just go there, please visit me, and if you like, follow me.